Hello, my name is Alan Moore. I am a candidate for Group 5, Duval Soil and Water Conservation District here in Jacksonville. This is an at-large seat, therefore all voters in Duval County will be voting on this particular group, and there are also two others as well. I've decided to run for Duval Soil and Water Conservation District because I'm a recent employee, retired employee of the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service, who was directly involved with support and service to the local soil and water conservation districts here in Northeast Florida, especially Duval, Nassau, and Baker, my last 12 years, and over the course of my 43 years, worked with Duval, with soil and water conservation districts throughout the state of Florida and even in some other states. I thought it was very significant that I make this decision to run at this time, considering the fact that my experience and my qualifications merit such a run. I feel that I'm very much involved, and I know I'm very much involved in the everyday operations that have been in the soil and water conservation districts throughout this area, and I feel very comfortable doing this at this time. So with that said, I'm soliciting your vote and support, and would hope that you would consider my qualifications and experience as one of the top qualified candidates for this position.
What is the need for a soil and water commission in Duval County?
Well, I would say that the need for a soil and water conservation district in Duval County and throughout the United States, for those who may not know, there are over 3,000 soil and water conservation districts throughout the state, throughout the nation. Duval County Soil and Water Conservation District has been in business serving the people of this county since 1953. It just so happens that in 2003, the district celebrated 50 years of service, and I happened to be in position at that time to help them celebrate that particular event. Over the course of those 50 years prior to, they were involved quite frequently in activities related to the conservation of our natural resources. As a matter of fact, resource conservation is the main concern of these districts throughout the United States, starting out working with the farmers and ranchers throughout the United States, and over the period of the years have evolved into helping address resource concerns throughout the community. So that's why I'm involved, because I'm really I'm really interested in helping folks from Baldwin to the beaches. And I can tell you over the course of a few years, many years really, that I work with this particular USDA Natural Resource Conservation Service, which is a major partner with all the districts throughout the nation, that we've been involved in activities from soil erosion to beach erosion, conservation education, outreach. So it's a myriad of activities that we've been involved in, helping folks solve resource problems, addressing resource concerns in a way that has been very beneficial to this county in particular. And I tell folks that the Duval Soil and Water Conservation District and the soil and water conservation in general districts are probably one of the best kept secrets in the county that you're involved in. I worked here in Duval, Nassau, Clay, and Baker over the past 20-some years. I'm presently actually an appointed board member for the district, non-voting of course, because of my service over the years. So I feel very comfortable, and I look forward to serving.
What item would you introduce to the commission for the taxpayer to fund?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I know taxes of any sort is really an eyesore, or can be very disencouraging. The Duval district, as we speak, has not had a district secretary or technician for the past 4 or 5 years. As a matter of fact, maybe even longer than that. This is a unit of government that was set up by the people for the people in Duval County in 1953. Over the years, we've had technicians and secretaries to help the district administer their programs and operations. The district conservationist, is the position I served in, was a technical advisor which trained the district and personnel, the district employees, the district board members to address those resource concerns. So at this point in time, the district, I know, is looking at hiring a part-time secretary or district administrative person to help administer the programs so that we can be more efficient and effective in the operations.
How will the needs of the Soil and Water Commission be funded?
The needs of the Soil and Water Conservation District will be funded as they have been in the past through partnerships, relationships, and of course working with other units of government, grants, donations, that type of thing. We are at the verge, I think, in this time to make a real major impact working with our local units of government to facilitate and coordinate efforts to address some major resource concerns in the city. As a matter of fact, we're actually working with the city and have some programs that are online that are really kind of on hold right now that we need to move forward with. So working with other units of government, other partners, individuals, groups, organizations, and grants, more specifically the grants. We feel at a point where we can ever get to a point where we can get completely online that we won't have a problem in addressing what resource needs we have once we show the folks that we can do and provide the service that they really appreciate.
How is the Soil and Water Commission Taxing Authority administered?
This is a question we get asked quite often, and I can tell you that the Soil and Water Conservation Districts here in Florida do not, for the most part, look forward to establishing a taxing district. I would not be in favor of taxing district unless the people wanted one. And I can give you one example. Over the course of years in Nassau County, for instance, they established a watershed to address drainage. In the Callahan area, the Natural Resources Conservation Service came in to work with a specific area where they had a specific problem. Drainage, in this particular case, was a problem. The USDA worked with the Nassau Soil and Water Conservation District to put in drainage that facilitated the drainage that they needed, and it worked perfectly. There are other instances of this around the country, but I can tell you the districts in Florida would not and do not support a drainage, a funding district such as we're talking about, unless the people come to us or we see the need and we will share that with the folks, and they will make the decision as to whether or not that district will be funded. I would not be in favor of a district such as the one you're referring to unless it was desired by the people of that particular service area.
Are you fiscally conservative when it comes to spending taxpayer money?
I kind of pondered when I read that question. I would like to say that I am. If fiscally conservative involves spending money wisely, I was raised on a farm from the time I was about 10 until I left to go to college, and I know the value of a dollar. And I know that when folks work hard for their money, they don't like giving it away. So when there's a need for a bona fide, qualified need, I'm all in favor of contributing to that effort. So with that said, if that is the definition that is pertinent, I would say I am. Again, if in fact the money is used wisely and that it's something that is supported by the majority.
Would you like to make a closing remark?
Yes, I would. Thank you very much. Again, I want to say that I'm Alan Moore, candidate for District 5. I've been affiliated with the Soil and Water Conservation Districts for over 43 years, working throughout the state of Florida and even other states. I have come to realize that this Soil and Water Conservation District, Duval in particular, is one of the best kept secrets in Jacksonville. I will say to you, if I'm elected for this board, to this board, I will work with the other board members to make sure that we use whatever resources that we have wisely, that we will not advocate a taxing authority or district unless it's voted upon by the people, and they encourage it. They would like for us to help them institute such a district. My experiences and qualifications makes me very much aware of my abilities to do what I need to work with these organizations. I would just say to you that I'm really humbled that I have this opportunity. I'm excited about the opportunity to work with the Soil and Water Conservation Districts and other board members. Thank you very much.